Welcome to our English lesson. Today we will practice the verb. Prefer. Definition. Prefer is a verb used to indicate that one thing or action is more desirable or favorable than another. Let's practice with structures and sentences. Structure. Examples with Hindi. I prefer that we meet at 10 a.m. I prefer that you pay the bills on time. They prefer that the project be completed by Friday. She prefers that her children sleep early. She prefers that they call her before coming over. I prefer that this issue be resolved quickly. She prefers that we not leave dishes in the sink. I prefer that he come early. Mom prefers that we not argue. I prefer that you arrive on time. Teachers prefer that students be quiet. I prefer that you stay at home. I prefer that the windows be closed before the bugs come in. She prefers that he not spend too much time on social media. He prefers that I be on time. I prefer that Dawn drive the car. Jack prefers that Susan be hired for this position. I prefer that she study. I prefer that you not tell anyone about this. Boss prefers that Sam not be at the meeting. I prefer that Kyle be asked to drive the car. I prefer that she not be given any more responsibilities until she completes the current ones. Structure. I prefer it if you let me know in advance. I prefer it if you don't make any sudden changes. He prefers it if she doesn't borrow his books without asking. They prefer it if he doesn't eat in his bedroom. I prefer it if he goes with me. He prefers it if the equipment is maintained properly. He prefers it if the children are picked up on time. She prefers it if the floors are mopped daily. Mom prefers if she helps with chores. He prefers if you clean up after using the kitchen. Mom prefers if he stays at home on weekends. She prefers if you leave a message instead of calling repeatedly. I prefer if she doesn't borrow money without asking. Structure. We prefer to be chefs. We prefer to be entrepreneurs. She prefers to be a doctor rather than a teacher. She prefers to be a librarian. We prefer to be farmers. I prefer to be a trader rather than an employee. We prefer to be investors. Structure. I prefer my coffee black. We prefer our vacations relaxing. He prefers his shirts ironed. She prefers her tea without sugar. She prefers her garden colorful. He prefers his car well-maintained. She prefers her mornings peaceful. I prefer my pizza with extra cheese. Structure. I prefer working from home to being an office worker. I prefer running to being a couch potato. Stacy prefers listening to music over being quiet. We prefer traveling to being stuck at home. I prefer practicing yoga at home to being in a crowded class. He prefers cooking new recipes to being stuck with the same old meals. We prefer attending small gatherings to being at large events. Thanks for watching.